Hi, my name is Clint, and I am a part of a software development company for a dedicated industry. So it's a SaaS, vertical SaaS software, and I oversee all of our revenue and sales. In terms of GoToMeeting, I would rate GoToMeeting on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best. I'd rate GoToMeeting at a 3. Before using GoToMeeting, my company was using Join.me. And some of the issues that we were finding is we were getting dropped calls. Now and then it seemed like there was a little bit too much clutter that our company, the level of our volume was proposing or creating for Join.me. And so, which our meetings in Zoom with our prospects are our revenue. It's incredibly valuable. So it was a critical issue that we had to take care of. We chose GoToMeeting because of the simplicity it provided. It was very easy to use and understand for all of our users. So there was little training really necessary. It was almost plug and play. We found also that the price was very fair. In fact, we found it to be almost cheaper than most of its comparables in the industry. And finally, and the big one was that it hit and achieved what we needed, which was our critical issue, which was it hosted, it was able to keep up with the volume that we provided. Ultimately, what we found out was that GoToMeeting used lesser bandwidth than did JoinMe, and that allowed more individuals or more individual IP users to be on the network, if you will, with our licensings without putting too much strain, and thus we had no more issues when using GoToMeeting. Getting started and implementing GoToMeeting was an experience that my team was pleasantly surprised overall. We had a dedicated individual that we would be able to speak to whenever we had questions, and that would actually walk us through personalized training. Even when we didn't request it, they came to us saying, we're going to go through several personalized meetings together, and you're going to have this individual to work throughout the entire time to build that business relationship with. So whereas some of the other softwares that we looked at, most of the training involved videos, and here, watch these videos, so disperse these out to your team, and then, we'll see you on the other end. It felt like there was more of a personal touch and walkthrough with the GoToMeeting team, which we were really appreciative of. And that allowed us to have questions asked and answered very quickly. It addressed questions that we didn't even have to ask because we were already there with somebody live during our scheduled sessions throughout the time frame. And the time to implement was a lot less than what we had previously. So we thought we're moving up to a much more robust system. Implementation is going to be more complex, but that was not the case with GoToMeeting. If you're in the market looking for software like GoToMeeting, and you're looking at some of its competitors, something to look at overall is what kind of volume you're going to bring and use. Some of the other competitors that are very popular right now, I've mentioned one here on this in my review, but there's others that use large amounts of bandwidth. And so if you're bringing a lot of volume on your sales team or your customer or your staff base, then that can pose a risk. So that's something to look into and ask. And I learned that the hard way. Didn't think that was something that I needed to be worried about. I was really looking at features to begin with, but that posed a critical and even a costly issue until we got it fixed. So that'd be something I'd really highly recommend. And then lastly, I'd also recommend not to get swayed by all the fun and cool integrations that exist out there with some of the other popular software, web conference softwares. We tested one of those before. We thought those were really neat, but then found that we almost used none of them ultimately. And so really what you want to stay focused on are the table stakes of really what you need. So be very clear on that. And then that way you can stack your functionality and your price up to what you really need.